Welcome back to another View Glasses update video where this month 2 things have changed. And number 1, new chair.
Okay everyone, let's get started. Yes, beautiful, feeling it. Let's get some smiles, it's all in here. That's it, yes. Let's let the inside out. Okay, you're an animal.
The chair is to go with a brand new computer setup, which is, it's right there. I just can't show you yet. It's in an upcoming video, but trust me, it's beautiful. And the second thing that's changed, I usually show up here with some bad news. I talk about the last View update, something that went wrong with the manufacturing process. We try to make light of it. I make a joke, I show a funny clip. Everyone has a great time. You have a great time, right? But this month, I have no bad news. Everything looks good. So strap yourselves in. We're getting into update number 30 for the backers of View Glasses. So leading up to where we are now, we had the pre-production run of 40 pairs of glasses and half of them broke. They fixed the issues, they went into pre-production for 100 pairs of glasses, which leads us to this update where they actually produced 1,000 pair of glasses. This is gone past pre-production, this is now manufacturing. This is what we've been waiting for. So with the first 1,000 units now being produced, they're actually reaching out to the first 1,000 customers to inquire about their orders. Now I've checked and I've received no such email.
Fuck me, right?
But what this means going forward is they can look at the rate at which these first 1,000 units can be produced and use that to project their timelines to give everyone else a better idea. As we discussed before, they'll still keep ramping up in these smaller volumes of like 1,000, 2,000, just to make sure that if there are any errors, they don't occur in hundreds and thousands of units. They're not quite up to that speed yet. So with no bad news to report this month, what they've actually done is taken us through step by step what is actually involved in this manufacturing process, which if we go through it, we'll kind of do in a how it's made type style. And if anyone didn't understand that reference, you definitely don't watch enough Discovery Channel. So in preparation for mass production, what View have had to do is go in and train the staff at the factories. We've already talked before about some of the mistakes they've made. They also need to prepare detailed assembly notes so that they know what they're doing and how to put it together, what it's supposed to look like. And thirdly, discuss with floor managers where they're going to use automation, which in layman's terms, where do we use robots?
Since factories can't manufacture enough robots to meet demand, robots can also reproduce by mating.
Oh, now you tell me!
So the first thing that happens in this production line is the factory receives a shipment of PCB boards, kind of like this, which have already been through the SMT process and are ready to begin production. From there they hit the assembly line, which looks like this, so they can be put together in a very specific order, and the picture they've got here is actually where they did the majority of the training of the staff who work at the factories. Now the video they've included is actually one of the members of staff at View, not the factory, who are able to put together a pair of glasses just to show how well they know their way around the product and how quickly they can put it together. But the point is, it doesn't matter how well they know it, they need the staff in the factories to know it just as well so it doesn't have an impact on the overall quality of what you and me are going to receive. So to help educate those factory workers, what you can see here is View putting together some detailed assembly instructions which they can use as a reference guide as it goes down the production line to see what the product should look like at every stage, including the shape, angles, colours, everything. It's kind of like flat pack furniture instructions from IKEA with less risk of divorce. And the last thing you'll notice in that picture here is because of the Coke can glass on his desk, he's definitely had a McDonald's in 2009.
There are 6 to collect.
So in the pictures and videos we've looked at so far, it makes it look like a lot of the assembly is done by hand, which obviously isn't practical, especially when you're talking about mass producing thousands and thousands of units. So we talked about automation, basically where they're going to use robots. And here is one of the processes here. Basically it's dispensing glue onto the units. So the frames are put into these special molds which go into the machine so that it knows exactly where to trace the glue so that it can be put together perfectly. Now in addition to the frames, obviously we've talked in detail in the past about the glasses case, even though it's a less exciting portion of these updates. But basically the update with that is the glasses case is also ready for production, and it will be done so in conjunction with the frame so that everything will be ready at the same time. It's the same as they've done before. There's a video included here of them putting the glasses in and out of the charging case. When they take the glasses out, one of the things I noticed, or one of the things I thought, was that the glasses looked much bigger than they were originally advertised. But then I went back and had a look at the video, and you know what? They're exactly the same. So it's good to see as they face these manufacturing complications during all of this, and they've had to go back and redesign things, that the original concept, that to have a pair of glasses that isn't massive, still hasn't changed, and that the end product actually looks pretty damn close to what was in the original marketing video. So at this stage their main focus is to monitor what's going on with the production line at the moment to make sure that the overall quality is maintained at a high standard so that everyone who is going to receive these first orders aren't going to get duds. That being the case, obviously their next goal is to ramp up the production so that we can all start receiving it instead of just these bastard 1,000 people. I'm sorry. With that being said, let's get into the important next steps which Vue have outlined, and because of the amount of time that I get to edit these videos, the dates would have come and gone. I'm sorry, you've already missed them.
Hell, son, you're about as useful as a cock-flavored lollipop.
But let's get into them anyway. We'll reach out to the first 1,000 backers independently over email to lock down final pledge and prescription information. For now, everyone should know the following guidelines below. July 30th, 2018 at 11:59 PM. That right there is a ticking clock. Last chance to make any changes to frame style, color, or lens type. You must email support@vue.com to articulate this change, as backers can't make this change themselves. Use vue.backerkit.com to review your pledge information. August 3rd, 2018, 11:59 PM. Any upgrades that have not been paid for will be charged using the information entered in BackerKit. Use this as an opportunity to update your credit card information if it's outdated. We'll still accept prescription updates on a rolling basis, so if you know you need to update your prescription in the near future, please do either of the following. If you already have your new prescription values, email support@enjoyvue.com and let us know so we can provide you with the update link. If you do not have new prescription values, but you plan to get one before we ship, email support@enjoyvue.com and ask us to put your lenses on hold. Once you get the new values, just email us again and we'll send you the link to update it, which will bump your lenses back into the manufacturing queue. Or to sum that up, if you need to check your order, go to vue.backerkit.com, or if you need any help or assistance or need to change anything, email support@enjoyvue.com. And lastly, we get into timelines. You know the drill by now. I sit here, I read it, or I attempt to read it because I'm having some trouble today. So with the how well they know what they're awake. So with every stage, including what is it? Which they can use as factory workers input. As backers can't make this. Use this as an opportunity to up your. But let's get into timelines. We estimate that these first 1,000 units will go out towards the end of August. The end of August? Well, that's almost September. I swear somebody said it was going to be sometime in September. From a previous time I've asked this, people seem to be guesstimating around September 2018, which seems to be a fairly educated guess. It's somewhere around what I'm thinking. Once we start getting these first units off the manufacturing line, and after we've smoothed out any kinks that may arise in the production and assembly process, we'll be able to have a better estimate of how soon we can finish assembling and shipping the remaining units. It's also likely that batches will overlap, meaning that production for the next batch of PCBs will start during the assembly for the first, which will help rein in the delivery time for the remaining units. And that's where we finish off. Until next time, with love, the Vue team. I'm not really sure where to go from here. I don't think we've ever finished one of these videos on a positive, so
Call somebody.
Who do I call?
I don't know. A police, a fire, a scientist. Call a scientist.
honestly, let me know in the comments down below what you think of this. If you think with these new solid delivery dates of end of August towards September, if you think those are realistic with what they've been able to produce so far and the limited amount of issues they've experienced during this first batch of mass production, if you think that's going to carry on and they'll be able to hit their delivery timelines. Also, if you're one of the first 1,000 people who have received this email and you happen to be watching this video, let us know in the comments down below, because, you know, I'm sure people will have nothing but good wishes for you. But that's it from me this month. If you enjoyed the video, as always, a like rating would be appreciated. If you're new around here, remember to subscribe. We're getting pretty close and probably to the point where you might actually get to see me unbox these at some point. If you don't want to miss out, remember to subscribe. But as always, thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.